everybody doing?
I know they're all important. I guess about a third into the Pac-12. If you could just talk about what's coming up for the Beavers, how you feel you're playing at this point going into the series.
Well, I don't think we're playing anywhere near the type of baseball that you can play to play in this conference. So, that's obvious by the way we play.
Can you take positives away from that UCLA series, though, especially with a young team going down there?
Well, UCLA's real good, and it's you can get something positive out of anything. You really can. And there's some positive things that happened there. There's some things that weren't so good, and the things that weren't so good cost us. So unless we play better baseball, we're going to get the same results. So we got to change, our approach and how we do things. And it's frustrating to us to see our guys not do some things that we feel like that we can do. I think it's probably frustrating to them as well. Getting a real good effort out of the guys, and that's there is no more being young. It's just a major excuse, So we just got to go play better baseball.
Top three hitters struggled in that. Are you concerned at all?
I'm always concerned when guys don't swing the bat. So hopefully they'll do a little better job. And but it's difficult when you have some people, in particular a couple guys that have been in your lineup for a while, not just first-year guys that don't get their job done and struggle a little bit. But baseball's a tough game.
How much does it help in any series when you go with more on a Friday?
Well, it's just anytime you get, for right now, for us, just having a guy that's been out there is really helpful. I think Andrew's always going to give you competitive effort. There's no question about that. I love his makeup. I love his energy, and he always gives his best shot, and that's all you can ask.
What do you want to see specifically in Rasmussen and Eckert improve on this weekend?
Well, I think that as a staff we have to improve on doing a better job of just pitching, throwing the baseball where we want to throw it. I think that there's been some situations where they probably have made some mistakes that they would probably like to have back, and maybe part of it's the pressure they've been under not to give up any runs because we haven't scored a lot of runs too. So there's nothing specific that I can tell you that's keeping us from doing what we want to do or what we feel like we can do, other than just the things in baseball in general that are fairly fundamental, that whether they're on the offensive side of the game, whether they're on the pitching side of the game, whether they're on the running side, it seems that we find a way each game to reinvent something that you shouldn't be doing in baseball, and that makes it difficult.
When things were going well in non-conference, how did you kind of try to keep perspective with the guys and let them know how tough Pac-12 play would be?
Well, I'm not a big guy to get down the road, so we have a great understanding of what this conference is like and how difficult it is, and we were taking some baby steps there as far as trying to learn how to play the game, and the game's a teacher for some of these guys, and it still is, and but we talk about our conference and about how good our conference is from the day they walk in the door, and they're well aware of it. They've seen what people in this conference have done. They've seen how many national championships have been won by teams in this conference, and they see guys all over the country playing that played in this conference. So, they're pretty naive if they don't know how good the conference is.
Well, there's a perfect example when you see a team like Stanford has won World Series championships and they're sitting at 0-9. I couldn't believe that. I didn't realize they were that low.
Yeah, like I said, I don't follow anybody other than the Beavers, and then the team we play next. I'm not a scoreboard chaser. I don't know how to get on the internet other than just to find some cartoons to watch once in a while, I guess, or whatever you do on there. But I don't ever get on a computer. I don't get on Twitter. I don't get on anything. None of that stuff matters to me. I know it's fun and people have a good time with it, but I couldn't even tell you what anybody's record in this league is other than ours. And obviously we're going to focus on our next opponent every time we do that. But I'm dead set on trying to make us a better baseball team, and that's it.
Records aside, do you think this conference is as strong as you can remember in a while? There's so many.
Pretty strong from top to bottom. You see Washington State go down and get 2 out of 3 from Cal after Cal, was like 21st in the country or something like that. You see Arizona sweep Stanford on the road. Arizona State, we played them. I know what they're like. UCLA, I think it was UCLA was 7, and USC was like 9, and Arizona was like 13 or something like that, and Arizona State was like, I don't know, there was like 4 teams right there that were somewhere in the top 15, but like I said, I don't get into it too much. You know, I just know that you got to play the game. The game will find you if you don't.
When you're dealing with an Oregon team that obviously came into the season talented, they're ranked 8th for a reason, but has been struggling of late. How do you kind of keep the guys ready for a series like that?
Oh, we just get them ready the same way we get them ready for every series. I mean, you're talking about an extremely talented team in the University of Oregon. I mean, extremely talented. And we just played an extremely talented team. And we played one at Arizona State. So, I mean, I'm well aware of what the talent level is. But we just try to get them ready for that opponent. And this happens to be this week. It's Oregon, and we got to get ourselves ready to play. And, you know, our issues aren't as much, you know, UCLA is really, really good. But, you know, we created a lot of our own problems, you know. And so, when you play good teams, like you play in this conference, if you make mistakes, you pay for them. And we paid for our mistakes, and we've been paying for them all year long, whether it's at Arizona State, whether it's Cal Poly, whether it's New Mexico. I mean, we make mistakes that we shouldn't make, and when we make those mistakes, they seem to come back and bite us. And we work on them, and eventually, hopefully, we'll make some adjustments. We'll become a better team.
How big was getting Knobbuck as a transfer to come in to help ease the transition with Conforto and Davis gone?
Well, you know, those guys, you know, we never really dreamed that he'd even be a starter, you know, but he's done such a good job of, you know, playing the game the way we like it to be played, and he's made some adjustments. He's done a great job defensively in the outfield. These guys fit in with us really well. He's just a great kid, but, you know, we weren't really planning on him being an everyday player. I mean, we certainly felt like he had an opportunity to battle for that job, but he's earned that, you know, and I'm happy for him because, like I said, he works very, very hard, and he puts in the time, and so good for him.
How about a quick Sam Tweed update, if you could, Pat? I know he started a few weeks ago. He pitched last weekend, too.
Yeah.
Briefly. Is he doing all right? You still...
Sam's going to be good, you know. Sam's going to be good. He's thrown some good innings for us. He's thrown some innings where, you know, he wasn't quite as sharp as he was, but he's thrown some good innings. Sam's going to be real good someday, and I'd like to see him, you know, get there as quick as he can.
Those are a team that strike out a lot. Does your pitching staff approach this weekend any different when you face a team like that?
Who strikes out a lot of us?
Ducks.
Oh, well, so do we. So, you know, it's a quick game, I guess. I think we were trying to see if we could see. We had 14 down there, I think, and something like that. So we strike out a ton. But no, like I said, pitchers got to do what they do and pitch to their strengths if they can. And you know, I know that UCLA strikes a lot of guys out, and they don't walk anybody. So they got the baseball thing figured out pretty good. But no, we're just going to approach it the way we approach everything. We got to go out and do our job, and you know, we feel, you know, we feel like, you know, we got to get going. We just feel like we're just, you know, we're struggling. We're not playing good baseball. We're not winning. We're not doing the things that we typically do and what we expect to do, and we got to get better. There's just absolutely no question about the fact that we have to become a much better team if we're going to survive this conference.
How do you feel like Hickey's settling into that closer role?
Yeah, days he's really good. You could close with Hickey, you could close with Heimlich, you could close with, you know, Tweed. But yeah, I'd love to see Hickey jump into that role. We've got to get him a lead late. We've got to get him in a situation where it works. You know, where we stumbled a little bit down there was in the middle of the game, and you know, we've been okay there. So, you know, Thompson wasn't available for us last weekend, and you know, it's a pretty good arm not to have. And so, you know, we kind of got pushed into a situation where we had to use some people a little earlier, you know, than we really wanted to, and UCLA capitalized.
What is Thompson's status right now?
Just got he's got some type of pulled muscle behind in his shoulder area and his back, and he's day to day. So you know, I know he's working hard to try to get back and get us going, get him himself on the mound. So, all right, guys, thank you.